Hello, welcome to this video podcast, the only video or podcast that will be on this channel for a while or maybe forever. The reason of this video is that you can know about some very useful tips or advices to get this Erasmus Mundus Scholarship. And I'm doing this because when I applied to my Erasmus Mundus programs, I didn't find enough information or the kind of information that I would like to know before applying. So this will be a very short video. You don't need to watch it. Just take it as a podcast. And if you have any doubts, just let me know in the comment section and I'm gonna answer you as fast as I can. Okay, so what do you need to apply to Erasmus Mundus program? The first thing that you need to know is that the Erasmus Mundus programs are master degree programs. So if you want a PhD program, this is not the correct place for you. You need a bachelor degree before applying this. It's not compulsory, but I'm gonna explain this in a while. So what are the requirements that you need for applying to this program? I just gonna talk about the principles ones. Many programs have their own requirements, but I'm gonna talk about the most general. Almost any Erasmus Mundus program is gonna ask you for these documents, so I'm gonna just focus on them. The first one is your diploma. As I said before, you need a bachelor degree in order to apply to this program. It's kinda recommend that it's related with your field. For example, I don't know, if you are applying for something related with physics, it's strongly recommended that you have a bachelor degree in physics or something related with physics. Any engineering will be fine, but it's strongly recommended that you have a bachelor degree related with physics. If you have a bachelor degree in medicine and you want to do a master degree in physics, I don't know, I wouldn't say that you don't have any chances, but just take account that, please. Other thing important is that many people apply to this program even when they don't have a bachelor degree. For example, they are in their last year of their bachelor degree and they can apply to this program. However, if you want to get an Erasmus Mundus Scholarship, it's strongly recommended that you have finished your studies. Why? Many programs will tell you that, okay, we can admit you even if you haven't finished your studies yet, but your chances to get the scholarship are gonna be reduced. Maybe this is not general, maybe this is not for all the Erasmus Mundus, but in my experience, if you don't have your diploma, it can reduce your chances. If you have finished your studies and I don't know, for some problem you don't have your diploma yet, ask your university for a document in which you can prove that you have finished your studies and you are just waiting for your diploma. I don't know, a letter or an official document in which you can prove that you have finished your studies, and let the program know your situation. Okay, grades. What about grades? I wouldn't say much about grades. I think that I wouldn't say that it's necessary, but it's strongly recommended you have a really good GPA. So just take account that, please. But I want to talk more about the CV, the curriculum, and the motivation letter. So for me, they are crucial in your application. You need to have a strong CV. In many forums or many websites, they are gonna tell you that you just need a really good motivation letter, and the motivation letter is the most important thing. No, in my experience, it depends. It depends on the program. Many programs have I don't know, for example, they analyze a form. Let's suppose that you have a really good motivation letter, really good grades, but your CV is not good enough. And that program is taking account that CV is around 50% of your application. And the other 50% is divided between the motivation letter, between the grades, between your English level. I don't know. So in this case, the motivation letter is not the most important thing. In this case, the most important thing is your curriculum. So I wouldn't say that curriculum or motivation letter, just one of them is the most important thing. No, both of them matters, really. Okay, so what about your CV? In your CV, you're gonna describe your work experience, your academic background. In academic background, you can describe your bachelor degree, all the courses that you have taken, your internships, your summer schools. In your CV, you're gonna describe very briefly your English level. If you have a TOEFL, an IELTS, what is the level that you have in writing, in speaking, in listening. There's a really good website to create your curriculum, because many Erasmus Mundus programs recommend you that you describe your CV in an Europass format. So there's this website, Europass. Just Google it, and you're gonna find a really good website in which you can type your CV. Another important thing that you need to describe on your CV are your digital skills. It really matters. Your participation in Congress, in other projects, your awards and honors. If you have an honorific mention in your thesis work, I don't know. Anything that you consider that matters, anything really important that you have done in your life, everything matters. Everything that you consider that gives you more chances to get selected for this scholarship. For example, if you have projects in medicine, and if you are applying for a program related with medicine, and if the program is related with neurosciences, and you have a participation in a congress of neurosciences, even if you just presented a little project, really just put it on the CV, because it matters. So that will be all for the curriculum. Really don't consider that your curriculum doesn't matter. I don't know why in many websites that you can explore about Erasmus Mundus Scholarship, they are not telling you that your curriculum is crucial for your application. They won't select students that don't have a background related with the program. Remember, you are in a strong competition with many people around the world. So you need to be the best possible version of you. Okay, the other requirement is the motivation letter. In many websites, they describe how you need to type your how you need to write your motivation letter. I will give you my advances, the things that work on me. The first one is, don't tell many things about how your cat or your dog has changed your life. No, of course, I know that there's need to be some place for the beautifulness of your life or your experience related with science in general, but really don't waste your time of that. Use your time writing about your motivation. Remember, it's your motivation letter. You don't need to write about your projects. Of course, it gives you some points if you write about them, but don't waste your time writing about them in your motivation letter. Remember, your projects are on your curriculum. They are gonna read your curriculum. Then don't use all your time, all your space in your motivation letter writing about yourself. Write about why do you think that this program is related with your desires, with your wishes, with your projects, how this program is going to help you in the future, what can you offer to the program, what's the next step after you finish this program. Write about why do you think that Erasmus Mundus can improve your education, your point of view about life, why the universities of the program can help you, what are your projects on this program, what do you want to do you have a professor right now in which, have you ever read the work of a professor that works in this program? Basically, what I want to tell you is that read about the program, read about the objectives of the program, read about why does this program exist, and just write about that with but related with you in your own words. I don't know if I explain myself. I mean, if the objective of the program is doing something and write about that you want to do that specific thing, or that you think that thing is gonna be strongly beneficial for the world or for your education or for your projects. And I don't know, just this is a process of combines others that you are the best option. So think about that you are selling in yourself in the market. And that will be all for the CV and the motivation letter. The last things that I want to explain is the English proficiency. As you have heard, my English proficiency is not really perfect, and my English level is not my native language. If you haven't studied in an English university, and with English university I mean universities that teach you their classes in English, you need to do a TOEFL or an IELTS in order to prove your English level. What is a recommended score? I don't have a specific answer. Some programs you're asking for 72 in TOEFL, really 72. Other programs are asking for a 90. Other programs are just asking for an 80, and IELTS are a 6.0. So check out that, please. That will be almost all. There's a last thing that many programs are demanding is the residence statement or residence or proof of residence. I don't remember the specific name of that. Basically, it's a document in which you can prove that you haven't lived in Europe for the last 12 months. What document will be fine? In my case, I asked for that document to my government, so they gave me a document in which I can prove that I have lived in my city or in my country my entire life. So for them, that was enough. And that will be all for this podcast, for this video. I hope that you can find this useful. If you have doubts, if you have questions, leave me on the comments. I'm gonna read you and I'm gonna answer you. And I hope that everything is fine with you in your life, and really I wish that you can get your scholarship. So see you next time.